This is the first thing that you see when you land on Figma. This is the landing page, and it is divided into two parts: the sidebar and the middle, which is the content area. The sidebar is where you have different functions for Figma, and in the middle, so whatever item you select on the sidebar is going to change the content accordingly in the middle. So let's explore the first option in the sidebar. The first option is your account name. Since I am logged into my account name, which is my name, Arshdeep Singh, if I click on my account name with the drop down, you will see additional options. And in these additional options, you have theme. You can choose dark, light, or system controlled themes. And below that, you have settings. So when I click on settings, you will see 4 tabs here: account, community, notifications, and security. You might or might not need them. In my case, I never get to use them as much. Okay, it's very rare. You might have to come into them. I'm going to close the settings. Let's go back to our account here. And in account, below the settings, we have get desktop app. So I'm going to click this to get the desktop app. Since I already have the desktop app, I'm not going to install it. So what it has done is it has identified the system that I am on, and it is giving me the version that I need for the system. So let me just cancel it. As you already know, we are on the Chrome version. And now I'm going to jump into my desktop app for Figma. There we go. Here you can see I am logged into a different account. When I click this, you will see 2 more accounts that are here available to me, which is my name and the other one. I can add more accounts as well, and I can also log out from all of them or individually if I want to. Okay, so let's just keep it that way. From here on, we'll be using desktop app for the course. I encourage you to do that as well. You can download it and start playing around with it. And then after accounts, we have search. If I click on search, it will give me some options. So it's telling me what kind of search I can do. I can do by type, by the person, or by the team or the organization. And then it below has my recent searches that I've done. I can just click any of them. It will give me the filters accordingly. And then below search, we have recents. Recents is the first tab that we see, and recents are all the files that you have recently worked on. On the left hand side, we have recently viewed. By default, this is selected. We have shared files, files that are shared by other people, between you and other people, and shared projects and projects which are shared with you. And then on the right hand side, you have filters. You can filter by organization or team, and then you have additional sorting feature. You have alphabet, date created, date shared, oldest, first, and newest, whatever you want. And then finally, we have list view or the grid view. Currently, it is in grid view. Let me just go back to recently viewed, and in the recently viewed, I will just click the list view, and when I do that, you can see the difference. Below recents, we have templates and tools. Templates and tools is an ecosystem within Figma where you can download resources, plugins, widgets, presentations, whiteboards, and also websites. We'll explore communities in a dedicated chapter. But for now, let's move on to our next section on the sidebar. And then below templates and tools, we have teams. Now, this is a concept you need to understand. When you work in Figma, you work in teams. By default, one team will be created for you. And when I click on the drop down next to the team that I have, you will see an option that says create new team. So what we'll do, we'll create the team, new team 1. Okay, let's just call it new team 1. So as I'm making my team, it is asking me to add members, other people in the team that will be with me. However, in this case, we're going to skip it. Before we finish the setup, let's go through Figma plans. You have starter, professional, and organization. In our course, we will be sticking with the starter plan, which is 3 files. However, it has some limitations. We'll see those limitations later on in the course. To get started, you only need the starter pack. So let me just close this because by default, we are on the starter pack. Now, new team, I am already taken into my new team 1. If I click again, you can see my previous team. We can jump between these 2 teams, but for now, let's just keep it that way. And now here's the thing that you need to understand about different types of files that exist in Figma. First file is the draft file. Draft file is an individual file and you can create unlimited number of draft files. And then you have projects. In projects, you can create only one project in a starter pack. In my teams, I only have one project, which is team project. Let me just click this project. As I mentioned earlier, there are limitations as to how many files you can make. In the starter version, you can make one project, 3 design files, 3 Figma files, and 3 slides. That means in total, you can only make 9 files. However, in the teams, if you make draft files, you can make unlimited number of files. Other difference between draft files and files in project is that any component we will see later in the course, any component that you make in a draft file will be localized to that draft file only. That means it cannot share with any other file. And in projects, any Figma file that you have within the project will be able to share components within each other. So one project can have multiple number of files and they can share same components. So that is the main difference between drafts and projects files. After projects, you have trash. Trash is basically where you will be trashing the files. This means your files are in the bin mode, but they are not permanently deleted. Below trash, you have view plans. We have already covered the plans. And then you have starred. Starred are any projects or files that you can star and they will be here available to you for quick access. So now let's go back to recents and create our first file. I'm going to click the plus button here to create new draft file. As I do that, you will see it is giving me what kind of Figma file I want to create. You have 6 kinds of files in Figma. They are also mentioned on the top. Design file, Figma file, slides files, buzz and slides. Design file is the file where you will be mostly working. Figma file is a collaboration tool file. And slides is a presentation file. Buzz and sites are new features that are currently being added. In our case, we are going to create a new design file. Welcome to your Figma file. This is the UI for the Figma file. In the next chapter, we're going to study the entire UI for the Figma file so that before you get started, you know where the essentials are and what to look for and what to find efficiently. See you in the next video.